Hi there, welcome to the second session of this beginner series. So we looked at some foundations in the last session. We're building on that today, still looking at some foundation postures. We're moving through Sun Salutation A. If you do have a cushion or a pillow, again, please have it to hand. It just helps with alignment sometimes. It's obviously something everyone's got around the house as well. No worries if you don't. So I'll put mine to one side for now, but we're starting kneeling, so you can bring it between your heels and your bum. And if kneeling's not for you, you can always sit cross-legged. So when you're ready, finding space on your mat or on your floor, letting the hands just release onto the thighs, onto the knees, or up in the lap. We'll roll the shoulders up, back and down. And one more time. Thinking of the posture, so the shoulders are away from the ears, we're lifting up through the crown of the head, slight tuck of the chin. Nice long spine, the tailbone's going down towards the floor, towards the mat. If you're happy to close off the eyes here, please do, or just lower the gaze to the floor. So just bringing yourself into the space, into the present moment. Knowing that our mind will constantly be thinking, and that's okay, there's nothing wrong with that. We can't stop the thoughts. It's just coming back to yourself, coming back to your breath, coming back to the moment when you notice that. So you notice when your mind has wandered and we come back. So just taking a few breaths and just noticing them, bringing the awareness to the breath. So just inhaling through the nose and exhaling through the nose. Noticing which parts of the body are expanding and contracting. As even in this nice, easy looking, still posture, notice we're still moving. Our body is still working hard. So we'll do 2 nice deep breaths together. Inhale through the nose. Sigh it out through the mouth. One more. Inhale. Letting go. Letting go of everything you're holding on to today. Nice. Slowly open the eyes. And you can keep the eyes closed if you're happy to move through some shoulder rolls. Otherwise, just look at me here. So we inhale, the shoulders come forwards and up. Exhale, back and down. 2 more, inhale. Keeping it nice and fluid. Exhale. 1 more. We're going to add in the arms. So inhale, hands sweep up. Palms face towards each other. And then we open the elbows nice and wide and exhale, press the palms forwards. Pull the chest and the belly button backwards. Inhale, lifting up. Elbows open, chest lifts forwards. Exhale, press away. So a few more of these. Inhale, lift. Really feel the left lift across the chest. And then exhale, I'll turn to the side. So you can really see that my whole back is rounding here. My shoulder blades are coming apart. Just getting that movement through the back of the body. Last one. Nice. Exhale, press away. Lovely. And gently come back to center. We're going to find our tabletop. So just like in session 1, fingers spread nice and wide. Hands and wrists are in line with the shoulders. The knees are in line with the hips. We press down with the tops of the feet, making sure we're really lifting away from the mat, not sinking down into those shoulders, nice and strong. We'll start with our cat-cow. So inhale, we lift the heart forwards, we drop the belly. Exhale, pressing away from the mat, navel through to spine. Nice separation of the shoulder blades. Inhale. And exhale. So moving through in your own time with your own breath. And just again, we're initiating from the center of the body. Noticing the tuck of the pelvis. So really initiating from the middle and keeping it nice and steady, nice and fluid. If you're happy with this movement, the next time you exhale, maybe the bum can come back to the heels and you can extend into a kind of extended child's pose. And then as you inhale, we drop the elbows to the mat so they don't splay out, they're in line. We come forwards with the chest and then lift all the way up. So exhale, press the ground away. So it's just a little bit of a flowing cat-cow. So stay with the other one if you'd like, or join me in this flow. So we inhale, elbows pull backwards, chest lifts forwards, heart comes forwards. Exhale, pressing away, rounding through the spine, bringing the sit bones back to the heels. We'll do 2 more of these. Nice little swim throughs. Again, knowing that no part of the movement is any more important than any other. Just feeling in to the body, noticing any sensations that are coming up for you. Nice. And then gently coming all the way back to center, to your nice strong navel through to spine position. From here, we're going to take the hands one big step forwards. So the shoulders are slightly behind the wrists now. From here, we want to try and keep this nice right angle in the back legs. And again, keep hip distance with those knees. From here, we're dropping the belly down towards the floor. So more the chest really, but everything's coming down. So let the elbows come down towards the floor. And it's quite a strong posture, this one. This is called puppy pose. If you can bring the chin to the mat. Slide the hands forwards. Otherwise, the forehead can rest down. And the navel's still pulling towards the spine, so we're not releasing into the lower back here. We're nice and strong, protecting our lower back. Should be feeling a nice opening through the shoulders. With every exhale, try to release those little muscles that we don't even know we're gripping with, in the shoulder joints. And then slowly, very slowly bending into the elbows, finding your way up nice and gently, bringing the hands back underneath the shoulders. Nice, take a little wiggle if you need, a little rock from side to side through the hips. And we're going to move into our spinal balance flow. So navel through to spine, nice, strong, stable base, exactly like before. We're not sinking into the shoulders. On an inhale, send the left foot towards the back of the room so the heel presses out. As you exhale, we draw the knee in towards the nose or the forehead, and we really press away from the floor. So inhale, extend back. Find a nice long line, crown of the head to the heel, and then exhale, pulling all the way in. Option, keep going with just the leg. If you're confident, take the opposite arm off. So right arm will reach forwards. As you exhale, the arm comes in, elbow comes in. Still bring the forehead to the knee if you can. We'll do a couple more. So just doing it with the leg if you want to. Only adding the arm if you're super confident. This really works on the balance. One more. Inhale, reach out one. Okay, you can hold this here, nice and strong. Drop the hand down, we're just working on pressing out through the heel, navel through to spine. If you're happy with the hand up, you can hold it here. Other option, this hand can sweep round and maybe find your foot. So maybe you can hold onto the big toe edge of the foot and then kick the foot into the hand. From here, we open the right shoulder, press out of the floor. Maybe the gaze can go over the right shoulder. One breath. And gently release the hand. Release the foot. Nice and long. Exhale down. Lovely. Take a little wiggle side to side. So remember, just go as far as feels comfortable to you. That one might seem a little bit advanced, a little bit in at the deep end. It's just good to have a few variations, but please listen to your body. So inhale, we go with the other leg. So right leg extends out and back. Lifting it off, nice and strong, long line. We're not sinking into the back here. Exhale, knee comes in. Inhale in. Exhale. Keeping it going exactly like this.
If you want to take your opposite arm off, so left arm can come off, and as you exhale, drawing everything in. Still pressing out of that supporting hand. Still not sinking into the shoulders. We're nice and strong. Come back a step. If you're feeling yourself sink, if you're not feeling so controlled, just work on this on its own. So we're going to hold this now. So maybe you hold with your hands down, pressing out through the heel. Nice and strong, navel through to spine connection, engaging through the glutes. Maybe the other hand is off. We're reaching forwards and backwards, nice long line. Again, not letting the back go. It's not about getting the leg high. If you're super happy, the hand can sweep round, find the foot, and gently keep the foot into the hand. And one last breath. And gently releasing, nice and long, and exhale down. Lovely, nice guys. So taking the toes together, the knees as wide as you want to, bum comes back, and we'll find our child's pose. So hands reach forwards, letting the forehead relax down to the mat, maybe onto the forearms, or maybe onto your pillow. If your head doesn't quite touch the floor, that's your option. Just as before, playing around with how close you want your knees to be together. Feeling the belly rise and fall on the thighs. Feel that connection between the upper body and the lower body. From here, you can just gently walk the hands round to one side. So taking your left hand to the left side and your right hand on top. From here, you're grounding down with the right shoulder. So we're trying not to twist into this. We really want to try and pull the right shoulder so the shoulders are square to the mat. Again, lengthening the spine as much as possible. Should feel a nice length down the right side of the body. And then slowly walking the hands back through centre. We'll go to the other side. So right hand goes first, left hand on top of right, and then gently drawing the left shoulder down towards the mat. Noticing any sensations through the body. Any resistance? Are you wanting to come out of this? See if you can come back to your breath. And then gently walking the hands back to centre. Next, and gently coming all the way up, nice and gently. We're going to come back to our tabletop. So hands are under the shoulders. We've got a nice square setup to start with. From here, we're going to take the hands a little step forwards and we're going to bring the shoulders with us. So we're basically in a half plank. So if you took your heels off, if you tuck the toes underneath, we'd be in a nice plank. This is our half plank, so we're going to start here. Again, we're drawing the shoulder blades down the back, the heart's coming forward. So we've got a nice long line from the crown of the head down to the knees, or if you tuck the toes from the heels all the way up to the crown of the head. So the bum's not sticking up, we're not releasing through the center, navel through to spine. Nice and strong. We're going to start with this half plank. We inhale, we lift the chest and heart forwards. And as you exhale, elbows come to the sides of the waist, so really hug those elbows in as you drop the chest to the mat. We're going to inhale, again keeping the connection with the elbows really hugging in. We find that little baby cobra that we looked at in session 1, and then gently pressing back onto the knees and back into child's pose. So we inhale, we come forwards. Nice half plank, bringing the chest forwards. The bum is in line. Exhale, elbows hugging. Nice strong lower. Chest and chin come down at the same time. Inhale, coming forwards and up. And exhale, pressing all the way back. Keeping on going, inhale forwards. Exhale, lower. So again, see if you can keep this nice and steady, nice and controlled. No jerky movements. Coming all the way back. Inhale forwards, last time. Exhale, lower. And inhale. And exhale back. This time we tuck the toes. The bum goes to the back corner of the room. Lengthen through the arms, lengthen through the spine, and lifting all the way up, downward dog. So our first downward dog of the practice, so bending through the knees, one leg and then the other leg. Maybe taking a little twist through the shoulders, a little twist through the hips, really making it your own, feeling into the position here. Spreading the fingers nice and wide. And then maybe find a little bit of stillness, so bending into the knees as much as you need to. Maybe you can find a connection between the upper body and lower body there. Maybe that's what you're looking at. Nice long spine, hugging the armpits towards each other, nice active through the shoulders. We'll do a nice deep breath together. Maybe we'll bring out the lips this time, so inhale through the nose. Letting it go through the mouth, blubbering it out. One more, inhale. And blubber it out. Nice. Lovely. So slowly walking the feet towards the top of the mat. Hanging nice and heavy in your forward fold. So the feet are hip distance, spreading the toes nice and wide. Really bend into the knees as much as you need to. Hanging nice and heavy, let gravity do its thing here. So really let the back of the neck go. Let the shoulders go. One of the postures where we're not thinking too much. We're letting gravity do its thing. One last breath here. Nice. On your inhale, we're going to do a halfway lift. So chest reaches forwards, heart comes forwards, crown of the head. Nice long spine. Exhale, fold. Inhale, arms sweep wide, we're coming all the way up to standing. Fingertips touch, hands into the heart, exhale. So we're in our mountain pose. Really finding a nice central place for our body to be. So we're spreading the toes wide. We're making sure the weight's not too far back into the heels or too far forwards into the toes. Maybe take a little rock forwards and backwards and see what that feels like. Testing your balance a little bit. Maybe take the weight into the balls of the feet. Maybe you can keep the heels off. Do a little mini balance. Maybe you can come nice and high on the toes. Test your balance. Maybe close the eyes if you're super confident. And then lowering down. Just for a bit of fun. Bending into the knees. Nice. So we're on mountain pose. The palms just rest forwards because the shoulders are nice and open. We're lifting through the front of the body. So we've got a nice lift. Nice engagement through the front of the body and grounding through the back of the body. So we're really thinking pulling and lifting and grounding. We're going to move through some sun salutations. So inhale, the hands sweep wide. Fingertips touch at the top. Exhale, hinge from the hips, folding all the way down. Folding the body in half. Inhale, lift the chest forwards, nice and long. And then exhale, the hands come down. Bending into the knees. We're stepping one leg back and then the other leg back. Nice and strong into our plank. Drop the knees straight away. Really reaching forwards with the heart. Nice long line. As you exhale, elbows hug into the waist. Exactly what we did before. So chest and chin down all together. Sweeping forwards, little baby cobra. Coming as high as you're happy to. Coming back, this time tucking the toes straight away and gently pressing up downward dog. Two nice deep breaths here. Knowing that if downward dog isn't that comfortable for you yet, you just come down to your puppy pose. No, sorry, puppy pose, that would be even harder. To your child's pose. For a couple of breaths there. Just moving at your own pace. When you're ready, gently bring the gaze between the fingers. We'll do lots of little steps to bring the feet to the top of the mat. Inhale, lift the chest forwards. Exhale, fold. Swan dive, arms come wide, nice long spine. Hands into hearts. And that's our sun salutation. We'll keep moving, we're going to go again. Inhale. Exhale, fold. Inhale, lift the chest. Exhale, hands plant down. Step the other leg back first if you can remember which one you did, just to be nice and even. Inhale, the heart comes forwards, the knees drop. Exhale, lower down in one piece, nice and strong, elbows in. Inhale through your cobra. And exhale onto the knees, tuck the toes, downward dog. One nice deep breath here. Then bring the gaze between the hands. Gently tiptoeing your feet to the top of the mat. Hanging nice and heavy. Inhale, lift the chest. Exhale, fold. Arms sweep wide, chest lifts forwards. And exhale, hands into hearts. Nice. Taking a moment here to check in with yourself. Notice how your body's feeling. Anything that's coming up in your mind. We're going to add a little variation into our sun salutation now. So it's Surya Namaskar A. This one, sun salutation A. So we're going to add a little variation in. So starting off with the same thing, inhale, arms sweep wide, fingertips touch. Exhale, hinge from the hips, folding forwards. Inhale, lift the chest forwards and up. Exhale, hands plant down, big step back with the left foot. Drop the knee, untuck the toe. We inhale, sweep the arms forwards and up, we're in our low lunge. Pulling backwards with the right hip crease, really making sure we're nice and square with the body. We inhale here. Exhale. Inhale here. This time releasing the right arm down by your side and do a little side bend. So the left arm reaches over, a little banana shape towards the diagonal top corner of the room. I'm just going to rotate so you can see me. So we're just doing a little bend over here. Nice deep breaths, working on balance here as well. The fingertips probably won't touch the floor. If they do, you're very lucky. We're lifting through both sides of the waist, trying not to collapse into this. Inhale, coming up. Exhale, the left hand plants down, just next to your right foot. We're going to do a little twist. So on your next inhale, we sweep the right arm forwards. And exhale, the gaze goes and follows your thumb to the back of the room. Nice big circle, exhale. Inhale, the arm sweeps forwards. Exhale, take it back. So we're still thinking of hugging the right knee in towards the center line. The right knee's trying to come towards the left shoulder. Keeping the movement nice and steady. Feeling into the twist. On this next one, if you're happy, you can lift the body up with you. So inhale and exhale. Left arm pulls forwards, right arm pulls back. If you want, the left hand can come to your knee and gently encourage the twist or just a little bit of support. Otherwise, reaching forwards and backwards. Gaze towards the back hand, one last breath. Exhale, windmill the hands down so they frame the front foot. Tuck the back toe just as we step backwards to that plank. And then we're going to drop the knees. Inhale, the heart forwards. Exhale, lower down in one piece. Inhale, cobra. And exhale, downward dog. Nice. One deep breath here. Inhale through the nose. Exhale through the mouth. We're going to step forward with the right leg. So a nice big step between the hands. Use your hand to just ease your leg up if you need to. We're going to inhale into high lunge this time, so please drop the knee if you need to. We're pressing back through the heel, nice long, straight back leg. We just come up for a little second. Dropping forwards into the left hip, pulling back into the right hip. Nice, one last inhale. Exhale, hands plant down, stepping the back foot in. One big step if you can, otherwise just lots of little steps into your forward fold. Inhale, lift the chest. Exhale, fold. Swan dive, arms come wide, chest lifts forwards. And hands into heart. Let's move through that on the other side. So inhale, hands sweep wide. Exhale, hinge from the hips. Inhale, heart comes forwards. Knees press back slightly, nice flat back. Exhale, hands plant down. Deep bend into both legs. Big step back with the right leg this time. Drop the right knee, untuck the toe. Low lunge. Inhale, hands sweep forwards and up. Exhale, making sure that the shoulders are nice and relaxed here. Not too much tension through the top half of the body. Or the focus is on the strength from the bottom half. Really feeling the balance between the calm and the effort. Feeling a little bit of energy through the fingers, but nothing too strong, too sharp. Pulling backwards with the left hip crease and then the knees hugging towards the center line again, not letting it drop out. From here, releasing the left arm down by the side. Inhale, the right arm reaches up. And then exhaling for your little banana side bend. So trying to keep the shoulder lifted. We don't want to reach forwards into this. It's a nice long line, maybe you don't go very far. Last breath. Inhale, coming up. Exhale, the hand comes down, planting it next to that left foot. We're moving through our twist. So inhale, the left arm reaches forwards. Gaze follows the thumb. Exhale, hand towards the back of the room. Inhale, forwards. Exhale, backwards. Nice. So a couple more times. Again, moving as slow or as fast as your breath is, as your body wants to go today. And if you're happy, this time we can lift up with the body. So we're in this twist. Left arm reaching backwards, right arm reaching forwards, nice and strong, lifting through the center. Remembering you can be in this right angle that we looked at in session 1 if you want to. You don't have to be any further forwards than this. We've still got a nice twist here. Hand can rest on the knee. Lots of variations for you to think about. Listening to your body, seeing what's right for you today. One last breath. And then gently windmill the hands, framing the front foot. Tucking the back toe, we're stepping back via our plank, nice and briefly. Drop the knees, chest comes forwards, elbows hook in, exhale, lower. Inhale, lift. Exhale, downward dog or child's pose. 2 nice deep breaths here. Last one. And then bringing the gaze between the fingers. Gently walking the feet to the top of the mat. If you can do it in one nice big step, please do. Otherwise, little tiptoes are perfect. That's what I'm opting for today. Inhale, lift the chest forwards. Exhale, fold. Nice lift with the chest, swan dive, arms sweep wide. And hands into hearts. Nice. From here, we're going to move through a couple of standing postures. So we're going to take a big step back with the left leg to start. So I want you to keep the hips in line. We're not twisting open here. So if you have twisted, maybe you need to step a little bit closer in. So the feet are on kind of train tracks here, because if we're on a tightrope, it'll be harder to balance. So do keep the feet hip distance. And back toes point towards the diagonal on a 45 degrees. We're sinking into our warrior 1, so we want to right angle in the front leg, and the hands just come up. So nice, strong, stable posture. We're lifting through the front of the body, so we don't want to sink forwards into this. Find a little gentle, again, tuck through the back. So play around with how wide the feet are, really sinking that heel down though. Please try to keep that heel connected to the mat, because if it comes off the mat, we're in a different position altogether. So the heel connected, toes on the diagonal. Nice, strong and steady. If you're happy in your warrior 1, you can hold it here. If you want to, you can sweep the hands round, interlace the fingers. Like we did before, heels of the hands together if you can. Lift the chest on an inhale, and just slide the thumbs down the inside thigh. So again, what we don't want to happen is to flare the ribs. We want to keep the ribs quiet, so the ribs stay close to each other. And we're just lifting across the chest. And breathing into our warrior 1. Last breath here. Gently releasing the hands. Hands can come to the hips, and we stretch the front leg. So again, see how you feel with how wide your stance is. Here we're moving through our pyramid posture. So maybe come a little bit closer in.
Hips face towards the short edge of the mat, so we're not wandering off. Inhale, we lift the chest slightly. Exhale, pin the elbows together and gently come forwards in a nice flat back. So exactly what we've been looking at with our forward fold, with our feet together. We're just doing it with our legs apart now. So just come into a flat back first, nice long spine. Not locking at that front knee, but keeping it as straight as you can. We're pulling back with the right hip crease and dropping forwards with the left. From here, we'll do one more inhale. And as you exhale, we can release the body down. So maybe the hands come to the thigh, maybe they come to the shin, maybe they come to the floor. Letting the back of the neck go. And we're in a forward fold here. So just breathing into this posture. Noticing your mind maybe telling you it wants to move on. Noticing if the resistance is in your mind or if it's in your body. Shouldn't be any pain. Obviously, we can feel into the postures. There's definitely a lengthening through the muscles. But if something hurts, please back out nice and gently. Maybe come back a stage, bring yourself a little bit higher. And breathe nice and deeply. With every exhale, see if you can release a little bit further. And then gently bringing the hands to the hips, pinning the elbows together. Inhale, lift the chest up. Nice. Exhale, stepping the back leg towards the front leg, hip distance. And breathe here. Nice. So we're going to step back with the other leg. So nice big step back. Right leg. Again, thinking of all those things we did before. So feet to hip distance, back foot turns out to 45 degrees. Driving that heel down, arms can come up. Letting the shoulders just be nice and easy, lifting through the front of the body. Nice and strong. Bend through the front leg. Warrior one. Virabhadrasana one. If you're really happy here, you can sweep the hands round, interlace the fingers and slightly open through the chest. I find here that I like to take my gaze slightly down when I do this, but everyone's different. Play around with it. Maybe you want to play around with moving your neck in a little half circle, moving your head around. Might make you lose your balance. But play around with the postures, feel into them slightly differently. See what it's like to have your feet closer together, further apart. What it's like to have the heels of your hands together or apart. Gently releasing the hands, stretching the front leg, inhale. Hands come to the hips, pinning the elbows together, lift the chest. Exhale, coming forwards, nice long flat back that we've been working on. Really feel that tilt through the pelvis. Holding it just as far as you can with a nice flat back, so maybe you haven't gone far, that's fine. Nice deep breaths, nice and active. Navel through to spine. So wherever you are in your flat back, we do one last inhale. And then exhale, just pour the body over the legs. So whether that means that you're here, or with the hands touching the mat. The right way, the best version of this posture is the one that feels best in your body. As always, we're not thinking about what the posture looks like, we're feeling it, feeling into it. So drawing backwards with the left hip, dropping forwards with the right hip. A couple more deep breaths in our pyramid, nice and strong. Last breath. A little micro bend in that front leg as the hands come to the hips. Inhale, lift the chest up, all in one piece, and then exhale, stepping up to the top. A little sway from hip to hip, just really feeling into those legs. We're coming down to the mat and we're staying down this time. So spread the feet nice and wide, make this nice and big. Inhale, hands sweep wide. Exhale, hinge from the hips, folding forwards. Inhale, lift the chest. Exhale, hands plant down. Stepping back, let's flow through that vinyasa. So we're stepping back to our plank, we're dropping the knees, the heart comes forwards. Exhale, elbows hug in. Inhale, cobra, and exhale, child's pose. So toes come together, knees as wide as you want, and releasing into it. Letting go of any effort here. Letting the body just be. And then nice and slowly just walking the hands in. We're going to gently come onto our bum, so swinging the legs around. If you've got a cushion, that might be useful. So I like to sit up on a cushion. Just helps to keep that tilt in the pelvis. So what we don't want is to be, do it without the cushion first. What we don't want is to be sinking backwards from here. And I know that if you have a tight lower part of the back of the body, we can end up curved. But what we really want to do is try and lift here. And that can be complicated or quite hard. So if we lift ourselves up on a cushion, it just helps to find that tilt. So that's all this is doing. It's just helping us find a nice posture to start with. So the toes are coming back towards us and we're lifting up nice and tall. I'm going to face you. So coming around this way. So the toes come back towards us, pressing out through the heels, nice active legs. We're lifting through the quads. Hands just come down towards the sides of the body. Shoulders down away from the ears. This is our Dandasana, our staff pose. Again, looks like not much is happening, but we are nice and strong, nice and active. Navel through to spine, the posture is here. We're open across the chest. And the head's just balancing on top, not putting too much tension through it. We're going to do a forward fold. So inhale, the hands sweep forwards. Nice and wide. Exhale, reaching. And just letting the back of the hands come to the mat. So maybe you're here, maybe you haven't gone very far. Maybe your legs are bent. Maybe it doesn't feel so good with the legs straight. So you can bend the legs up, backs of the hands down, and just let the back of the neck go. So wherever you are, whichever version you're in, we're going to do an inhale where we lift a nice flat back, and then exhale, releasing into it. I'm going to face sideways again. So inhale, lift and lengthen, and exhale, fold. A few more breaths like that. Inhale, lift and lengthen. Flatten out the spine as much as you can. Exhale, fold. Last one, inhale. And exhale. Finding a little bit of stillness here. Chin into chest. The sensation really changes if you have your head forwards, if you put your gaze forwards. It really does change the sensation through the body. So really try and just relax, let gravity take your head. And then nice and slowly walking the hands up the mat, bringing ourselves up to seated. We're coming down to the floor. So bringing the feet to hip distance, knees, hips, and feet are all in one line. The arms are going to reach forward, we're moving through a C curve. So what we want to do now is navel through to spine, but tuck the pelvis underneath. So you have that tilt through the pelvis to initiate the movement, and then the spine follows. So one vertebrae at a time, we want to come down to the mat. If this is already a lot, you can use your hands, gently bending into your elbows as you do this. You're still working all of those muscles, just using your hands nice and slowly, coming down. Maybe you find a shake through the middle. Maybe hold it there if you found the shake. I found the shake. Nice deep breath. Reach forwards with the arms, find that C shape. And then slowly coming all the way down to the mat. Nice. And then hugging the knees into the chest. Let's move halfway. Giving yourself a nice big squeeze, a nice big hug today. And then lengthening out
the left leg along the floor, keeping the right knee in. We're going to bring the left arm across the right leg and then draw it across the body. So we're moving into a twist. We're taking the gaze towards the right arm, which is out at shoulder height. So really thinking of keeping the shoulders connected to the mat. I really would rather the shoulder be connected and the knee be away from the floor than bringing the knee down and the shoulder coming off. Really keeping the shoulders grounded. With every exhale,